We got a special guest today.
That's what she said.
I'm sorry, we can't argue that it's not.
You don't think to question it. You're just...
Are we coming from a societal viewpoint?
If you guys saw me running around like a chicken with my head cut off, I'm very apologetic.
All right, then. Part 2, take 2. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
Are you ready for this? We have a special guest, huh? Or did we not want to start off with that?
No, we can start off
All
with
right,
that. I'm
we
fine
got a
with that.
special guest today or tonight.
It's very exciting, and it's a late night episode too. It is currently 9:12 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Yep. Hell yeah, love it.
And we have Josie Posie with us. It's so
Hi.
exciting. I'm so
Hi,
excited.
Let's
friends.
Yes, we have Josie with us. We're going to talk about some fun topics. I know Josie has been writing shit down. She has opinions.
Oh, she's been ready.
She has stuff to talk about, so it's going to be fun. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, let's get it.
First, we're going to talk about facts. I actually have a shitload of facts. I'm going to try to get through them relatively quick. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Let's let her. She texted me. She's like, please remind me to do fact checks. She has 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
So let's have her do
Yeah,
the
you
2
do
she
yours.
has.
The littlest,
and then
babyest
maybe show
fact.
hopefully
Yeah,
she knocks off the 2 you had.
Yeah.
I'm the first one who said, "Oh no, our table, it's broken." I said it first.
Oh,
Nobody
you
heard
did.
me.
Okay.
Fact check.
Okay, fact check.
I would let
Did
that
you
one
have that
go,
as a fact
but
check?
No, I didn't.
I would let that one go, but that was.
Who did you say did
gold,
it, Nicolette?
so.
Yeah, I thought Nicolette did it.
She
We'll let
did. She
Nicolette
said it
have it.
louder. Everybody heard her say
Oh,
We'll
oh.
let Nicolette have. Oh, she stole the joke like how
it. No, she didn't.
how people do
I
in
don't
like
think she knew
classrooms.
Me either.
Oh
She
no,
knew me
okay.
either.
Okay.
Speak up, damn it.
I know, you're right. Oh, and Dre, you said he would be the one most likely to forget your birthday or something.
Yeah.
He was the first one to wish me happy birthday 2 years in a row.
No shit.
Literally like midnight.
Wow.
Just wanted to put that out there.
Damn.
That's-
Giving Dennis a run for his money.
I still stand by what I said though. I really do. Maybe you're just
I'm not good at it.
He
though.
was
I'm
on
not good at it
Facebook
either.
and saw it's Josie Lucia's birthday today or something.
Right.
That's why I did it.
Because he's the only one on Facebook still.
I
That's
have
why.
Facebook actually.
He's on it though.
Yeah, right.
I got it.
Him and
but my
Dennis.
mom's on my Facebook.
Just him and Dennis. Dennis doesn't have Instagram, Snapchat, nothing. He just Facebook.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks, Joes. Appreciate it.
Those are good ones.
Okay, so our facts here, we have Chinese zodiac signs. So 1997, if you were born in 1997, which is my year, you are an ox. And so the years go from February 7th, 97 to January 27th, 98. So if you're born within those parameters, you're an ox. And this year is the year of the water tiger. People that are born in this year they have strength. They exercising evil and braveness.
I want to know if Tiger's the enemy of the monkey.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
so
my year so far.
I have. You are.
My year is great.
It is.
My year is great.
Wait, I have.
But when it comes to that swaying shit I was telling you about,
I have the
couple things
facts.
that
I
not
have
sway in my
I
fucking
would like
favor.
you to look up mine also.
but I have the facts. So just wait. I have
My
that
enemy
for
and
you.
all that?
Also-
My personal enemy?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
2023 is going to be the year of the dragon. They say it's the best year to have kids.
Oh
Kids in
wow. Okay. So this year the ox, which is me, and the goats are the luckiest. The rat, snake, monkey, pig, dog will need to put in more effort.
God, if
yeah.
that ain't the fucking truth.
Right. They rotate every 12 years, and then we have the enemies breakdown. So, like you said, rat and horse are enemies. So you were.
I was right.
So you were correct about that. Snake and pig are enemies. Dragons and dogs are enemies. Roosters and rabbits are enemies. Monkey and tigers are enemies.
Oh my God, see?
So
What
Samir
the
is a
fuck?
monkey, and this is the year of the tiger. Goats and oxes are enemies, which is interesting because it says this is our luckiest year, but we're enemies, the goats and the oxes. So
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's interesting. But I just wanted to, yeah. So Samir was right. LeBron is the rat. Kobe is the horse.
I got them specifically right?
I think you
Okay,
did.
hell yeah.
Yeah. And then in 2020, which it started 2020 on January 25th, the year of the rat, which was LeBron's year, Kobe's enemy year. So yeah, you got that. You got that correct.
Hell yeah.
I didn't look too much into numerology because I just could not fucking do it. I literally was like, I cannot take this on right now. It's too much.
Samir has a whole book.
Yeah,
Remember you brought it to my grandma's?
I believe
I'm pretty sure.
Natalie bought it for me, my cousin's wife.
I would
I
like
believe
you to
she
do
bought
mine
it for
again.
me. I never read it though. Like I'm not
Yeah,
just gonna
obviously.
read.
he just brings
The
it
whole
around to
damn
look
thing.
cool. But
I probably read like your specific people's numbers
Yeah.
or some shit like
Yeah.
that. You know, I'm gonna look something up real quick, but while you keep going,
Okay, so I might be a 2 or an 11. I looked mine up just to fact check myself. Amanda texted me this morning. She's like, I think you're a 2, and then I looked it up and I got 11 for most of the searches, but then something did tell me I was a 2. But whatever, regardless, I don't really care.
I think because I've heard that if your answer is above 9, I think, then you're supposed to add the numbers again together. You're supposed to get like a 1 through 9. So I don't
Okay.
know.
Gotcha.
Maybe it's.
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, that was
You
it.
done? So going back real quick, January 25th was the first day of the year of the rat.
Right.
January 25th, LeBron passed Kobe. That same day.
Okay.
January 26th,
He died.
Kobe passed away. The next day.
That's crazy.
I am also born in the year of the rat.
Are you? Okay. That's what's up.
Wow.
I'd be curious to know who's a horse that I know.
Yeah, we should try to figure out what all of our friends are.
Yeah.
Not right now, not
Yeah.
today, but
Yeah,
someday.
another day.
Okay, so moving on from zodiac signs and numerology, Chris Rock. We were talking about how he was founded. Where is he even from? That's what Samir said. Eddie Murphy actually founded him when he was 18.
No shit.
Yeah, and so he released a comedy album. Isn't that crazy? People had comedy albums.
Yeah.
He released a comedy album in 91. He won like Grammys for stuff. He won a bunch of awards for Everybody Hates Chris. So, yeah, he's a big comedian, and Eddie Murphy founded him, which is funny because that's one of your favorite
Yeah.
comedians. Yeah. And then I looked up to see if Jerry Seinfeld actually said Sebastian was one of his favorite comedians. I didn't see anything about it, but he was on Coffee or Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with Jerry. So I'm sure that they talked about it then or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
He was on there twice.
Oh,
and
was he?
Me and my sister talked about that today. Sebastian was on that show for Jerry twice.
Okay. Yeah, so he must just like to talk to him.
And you could see that maybe he didn't outright say it. Like I said, maybe he didn't outright say, "You're my favorite comedian." Like, that's kind of weird, you know?
Yeah.
You could kind of tell by the shit he was saying that he is, you know? And the way
Yeah.
he was laughing at him. Like, Jerry laughs at his shit more than anybody's, you know, from what I saw.
Yeah. Okay, so I pulled up the clip of the car reservation because
Perfect.
it is so
I wanted
funny.
you to do that
and
last episode.
Yeah, I know, but I was just like, let me just wait. It's so freaking funny.
You did a good job reciting it, though. You
did.
know? So I was like,
I
okay,
did.
we could live with it.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Here we go.
I'm sorry, we have no midsize available at the moment.
I don't understand. I made a reservation. Do you have my reservation?
Yes, we do. Unfortunately, we ran out of cars.
But the reservation keeps the car here. That's why you have the reservations.
I know why we have reservations.
I don't think you do.
That literal same thing happened to Dennis and I in Italy. The girl,
shit.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
the girl was like, "Yeah, we just don't have any cars," and like Dennis is Jerry.
Yeah.
Just like
But I don't get
But
it.
But he
have-
had a
yeah.
reservation?
like
Yeah.
I have a reservation. So how do you not have a car? You sold a car, like.
It does not make
know?
sense. There's
Oh,
no sense
my
to
God.
it.
That's hilarious.
And she was the same. She was like, "Yeah, you have a reservation, but we don't have a car."
Yeah.
We were just like,
Oh,
Okay.
my God. Did you guys see the clip prior? Or no?
no.
There is more to that clip, but I just didn't want to drag it on it. I just wanted to get to the part. I don't think you do. Because it's just so funny. Let kids do dangerous things. This is Jordan Peterson, clinical psychologist. We were talking about how you should let your kids do dangerous things. Bona, thank you for sending me the clip on TikTok.
I love Jordan Peterson so much.
Dangerous things carefully is what
You know who
he
he is?
says.
You know who Jordan Peterson
No,
is?
but I've seen this clip before.
It's tough, which they better be if they're going to survive in the world. You can't interfere when they're doing dangerous things carefully.
Think about it that specifically. Dangerous things
I love
carefully.
That's
Yeah.
Theo
Such a
Von.
place where kids learn.
That is the only place they learn. That's where everyone learns everything. When you're doing dangerous things carefully, man, that's where you learn. And so you interfere with that. You interfere with the process by which your children expand their competence. And it takes courage not to interfere with that. When you see your 3-year-old daughter climbing up the monkey bars, our daughter used to do that in our backyard. She was 3 and the monkey bars were 8 feet high. She liked to go right to the top and climb across them. And we're watching out the back window thinking, but what do? We went around out there, be careful. Yeah. There's a bit of malevolence in that. Oh, my daughter's worrying me. I'll go out there and take care of her, but I'll startle her. Then she'll fall. Well, that'll fix her. She won't do that again. She won't make me nervous. You got to watch those things. Those
It's
are
not about them,
good.
it's about you.
Yes, that's for sure. That's what you got to ask yourself. Am I taking care of my child or am I just afraid to be afraid for them? There's no excuse for that. If you're going to make...
I love that man so much, dude.
Yeah.
Who is he?
Jordan Peterson, he's a Canadian scholar.
clinical psychologist.
Clinical psychologist, dude. He is
How do you know of him?
unbelievable. I just randomly, I probably came across him maybe 5-6 years ago. And then just like anything else, another video pops up. Then you listen to him give a 2-hour speech, and then he comes out with another speech a month later, and he's obviously written books and all that, but I don't read the books.
Yeah, I would be really interested to watch more of his stuff because I never made the connection that like that was like my mom as a parent and a lot of them because they didn't know better at that time. And like being a teacher now that I had to like unlearn all of that and learn this instead as a more like effective way to be with kids.
Yeah.
Until that video. And I was like, oh my God, it makes so much sense. Like
Yeah.
why it's so like ingrained in me and why I see like such a difference and a much better outcome with this mindset.
By allowing them to do dangerous things carefully.
Yes. You can't interfere in their curiosity. Like you have to let them kind of figure things out because they're learning problem solving. They're building their cognitive intelligence. Like the more you interfere, they're not understanding why they can't do the thing. They don't understand that you're worried for their safety because to them, well, like, let me learn how to do it then.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they're just thinking, now I can't do it.
You're just telling them don't do that. They're thinking, okay, I can't do this thing. They're not going to make the connection that this thing that they're doing is related to the potential for them to get hurt.
Yeah.
So
If
they just
get a
think
little,
don't do the one thing. They can still do something similar. They can still put themselves in, harm's way and not understand what it means. And really, it's your own fear. It's not.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to do with the kid. Like
Yeah.
believe in your kid's abilities. Even if they get hurt, that's
little
how they're
boo-boo.
gonna learn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully it's nothing serious.
Yeah.
But yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to tie that in with the fan thing. Remember how we were talking about how my mom said it's not good to talk into a fan?
Yeah.
So I texted Robert and Beata. I'm like, do you guys remember when mom said this when we were younger? And Beata said, I think it was just because she didn't want to get her hair caught in it.
Hair,
And I was
mouth,
like-
fingers.
I'm like, oh, okay. Robert's like, I don't remember that. But I texted my mom today and I said, do you remember telling us not to talk into the fan? And she said, yes. I said, why did you do that? And she said, because Nana, my grandma, used to tell me that's how you're going to get a cold. You're going to get sick like that.
I was expecting that.
So my mom, I was like, so you're telling me all this time I could have been talking into a fan, having the time of my life, thinking I'm freaking on stage performing, and I couldn't do it because my grandma said to her, and her mom probably said to her, well, I don't know.
You
if
don't
they
think
really
to question it. You're just, that your parent knows better than you do.
Yeah.
And if they're telling you not to do this thing, it must be for a reason.
Yeah, and you know what? I was a rebel still. I still talked into the fan. I was
My mom used to tell my brother and I used to draw and like write like so much. She used to tell us not to leave papers on the ground because it will catch fire.
oh.
And set the house on fire. And I always had it in my head. Every time paper would get left on the ground, I would get scared, like terrified.
Like run and go pick it up.
Thinking like I'm going to start a fire one day, pick it up. And then I remember years later, obviously I learned that that's not true. And I brought it up to her and she said, oh, I probably just told you that because I wanted you to pick up the papers. I don't want them to be left on the floor.
But then she
I was
doesn't
like,
know that stuck with you.
Yeah, I'm
for
like, you
years.
almost literally traumatized me.
Yeah.
Like you could have just told me to
Yeah.
pick up the paper. Don't leave it on
I
the
got
floor.
so many of those. My mom says if me and you headbutt, then we'll grow horns. So you have to headbutt them again, like to cancel it.
Yeah.
If I cross over you while
You
you're
have
laying
to
down,
cross
you have
back
to cross
over.
back because you'll stop growing.
Literally used to be convinced that's why I was short.
Yeah. No shit. Somebody
like-
cross over you, never cross back.
Yeah. I'm like, somebody crossed over me, didn't cross back. That's why I stopped my growing.
Yeah. So the fan thing, people say that's a myth. Like if you go outside with like wet hair, if you got the AC blowing right on your back while you're sleeping or a fan, they say that's a myth. I 100% do not agree with that.
You don't think it's a myth?
It's not a myth.
You think
I
it's-
know.
it's
I
facts?
know from personal. I know myself. Like if I go outside with wet hair and I keep the window down, I'll get the shivers at night and I'll like have like diarrhea and shit. And like I'm telling you, and it's not.
No,
I'm
I
not
think
talking when it's like 0 degrees outside.
There is something to it. I don't remember what, so you'll have to fact check
That's fine.
next episode or something. I think it was Dr. Mike who confirmed it. It's not specifically related to having wet hair, but it's something that having wet hair does to your body or your immune system or something. And if you happen to go outside, then
So it's not a cold you're getting, but you're getting something.
possibly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, moving on. Organ donor. If you're religious, it says there's no religion that formally forbids it. So Just so you know.
Okay.
Just so you know. That's what I saw. It
I
was
don't trust it.
It was a quick fact check. So
Go read the Quran.
Don't
quick.
trust it.
I wanted to clarify something. In the last episode, I said that I'm not that into gossip. Don't get me wrong. I like tea. I just want to clarify that. Like,
Did you say that?
Yeah, I was
I missed it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not that into gossip. People can bring it to me, but when people bring it to me, I like it. I want to hear about, I don't want to be one of those people that are like, I don't gossip. I don't like to talk about people. I'm a human too, and I just want to.
I like this topic. We could talk about it.
You're the opposite of that.
What?
Of that.
Of what?
What she said. You hate when other people are brought up.
I don't. It depends.
Yeah.
I don't like to contribute, but I can.
Does it depend on
It It depends heavily on who. Not like if it's like
a celebrity.
My best friend.
Okay.
Then I'm like, don't fucking talk about her. Or if it's a celebrity, I'm like, oh my god. Like even with celebrities, sometimes I don't care. I think it just has to depend on the situation. Like I feel like sometimes it's just so obvious that we don't know the situation or just like it's not
for sure.
I think that
to be talking about somebody else's situation. Like,
I think that mainly everyone probably feels that way. Like personally, if I feel uncomfortable with people talking, I will just say, are you guys sure? Like, I don't know. I really don't think so. Like stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Or like, who knows what we know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also, I just feel like it's human nature
of
to
course,
want to talk, to want to just like converse about what people are doing, how they're acting, why are they acting like that.
If somebody pisses me off, like you won't go get talked about. But, but
no, I get that. I just wanted to clarify that because I didn't want to sound like a girl who doesn't want to.
Most of the time,
you don't want to come off like that girl. Like
I don't talk shit.
Don't gossip.
I don't gossip. Like I'm not.
Everybody does. A drama queen.
Everyone does. Yeah. Yep. I'm a drama queen. Okay, and then I actually fucked up an edit on the last episode. Most likely to get in a fight on the internet, and I cut out what we said, and I just jumped to the next one.
What?
We had a most likely to get in a fight on the internet, and we said it was Dre, and then Samir over here said because he's on Facebook, and I don't even know if he is on Facebook.
Actually, I don't remember hearing that. I just listened to the episode.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I don't think
you just remember it. But that's it for facts. We went a little long. Maybe I should reset the camera right now, and we can get into the thick of it all. Okay, so I have a lot of stuff that we can talk about. But Josie, I know that in these past 8 weeks or so, you've been saying to me, I'm going to wait for the podcast. I'm going to wait for the podcast. So I was wondering if you did wait for the podcast with anything. Do you have anything you want to talk about before we get into the rest of it?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Memory's not great.
Yeah, memory is hard. That's why you need the notes app, baby. Open that shit right
do need that shit.
Yeah, once I started realizing I should write things down, I
was
tried to remember to. Yeah. I had some questions, and then there were just some things you talked about in the other podcasts that I was like, if I was on there, like I could put my 2 cents in.
You and everybody else. Like Bona says that all the time.
Sure. I realized that too, and I was like, I should just, it's whatever.
There was one episode there was one episode she called me like every 5 minutes.
Banta does the same thing.
Like every 5 minutes, she's like, I just wanted to say this, like blah blah. And I'm like, wait, 30 more seconds, and you'll see me bring that part up.
But
you know,
talked
or something.
about the little. No, you didn't talk about the Little Mermaid. I wanted to bring up the Little Mermaid. You talked about moving in with somebody before marriage, but we talked about that.
Yeah.
In person. I don't really remember what else.
I want to know all these things.
What?
Huh.
Just everything.
Yeah, so it was funny because, I left.
Like, I want to know your thoughts on that.
Yeah. I left that podcast. I was like, like Josie and Dennis are moving in together. And then I'm like, I'm going to keep it in there because what the fuck, we talk about it. And I wanted to see if she's going to say anything about it. And you didn't for a while. But then in the next podcast, I clarified that it's kind of bullshit. It's a bullshit
and at
study.
Pizza Night, I brought it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're moving in together. Not.
Oh, yeah.
I actually haven't really talked about it. My family's going to listen and be like, what the
Oh, shit, sorry.
They
no,
do
it's
listen.
fine.
Oh, my God.
Or your cousins.
I'm not like trying to keep
so.
it a secret. I just haven't talked about it because we wanted to close. We wanted to get the key, and then I wanted to, let everybody know at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't think your mom's listening to our podcast.
No.
Maybe with you on it. Got a new viewer.
My
maybe?
mom still asks me how to. She can't differentiate between her Facebook messages and her text messages.
Oh
on
my
her phone.
gosh.
So
that is too funny. That's too funny. Yeah, but you guys got the keys Monday.
We got the Monday.
Oh,
yes. We started painting the next day.
So
it's
exciting.
going through its little touch-ups.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be moving our stuff in.
So exciting.
Yeah.
What a
I'm
big
excited.
time in your life. Okay, but let's talk. You want to talk about the Little Mermaid?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you don't know anything about this. Josie said she's going to save it for the podcast. So the Little Mermaid trailer came out, and the Little Mermaid is a black person in the live action.
That's all I know.
She's gorgeous. She's a great singer. I think she's going to do great at the part. But a lot of people have a fucking issue with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what your take on it is.
Well, I feel like by the time I had an opinion and now most people realized, have come to their senses. But my thing was like, they're just two different movies. It's literally not supposed to be like
Identical.
a copy.
None of the Disney live action remakes have been like that.
Uh-huh.
They're supposed to have little twists and whatever. So just separate it from like the cartoon version. I love the cartoon version. It's my favorite. She's my favorite princess, and I'm not fucking,
up the wall.
You're
Yeah.
excited for it still.
I am excited.
I'm so
100%.
excited.
I'm just
I
not
don't
gonna,
get it.
I'm not gonna watch it thinking that it's supposed to be exactly like the original.
Yeah, it's not
It's
supposed to
silly.
be copy and paste.
Yeah.
What would the point of that movie be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A copy and paste, you know?
And ultimately, like, it doesn't fucking matter. People just want to.
Yeah, I don't know, Nicola. You went to the Chris Rock show with us. Did he say, was he the one who made the joke about, like, oh, every commercial is like a black guy married
He
to
said-
like an Asian woman,
Yeah,
and then
he was
like
like-
with like a white son. Like
He was like, they're not even black couples in commercials anymore. They're all mixed races.
everything is mixed. So I said I don't understand it. I do. They're not mad that she's black as Ariel. They're mad that the people think they need to change the princesses and they need to change these characters and they need to make a character that's not gay. That's what they're mad at, right? I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. I'm just saying that's where they're coming from, because even me sometimes I'm like, like Chris Rock was right. Like every commercial, there's not like, it's more realistic to have, if you're going with realistic, there's more black couples and then there's more white couples more than mixed race couples. Like there just are more. Yeah. So how is every single commercial like it's unreal? It's more like
overcorrection.
You're right.
It's
It is
overcorrection.
It's definitely
overcorrection,
overcorrection, but to say that this black girl got the part due to overcorrection,
Like, we don't
is
know.
something
No.
we should not say.
Because
people
she'll-
said that?
it's not
People
like
said that?
But the way like that comes off, it's the way you just said that. That's how it comes
Oh, good
off.
point.
Because
Good point.
because you saying that is saying that they're just giving her this part because she's black because there's not enough black people in the industry. No,
I'm
they're-
saying that's what the people who are
I know,
upset, they're coming
but-
from that direction.
Yeah, but
They're
that's not a point of view that I can defend or I will ever defend. No, she got this part because she's an amazing singer. She's a good actress.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous. That's
She
besides
fits
the
the
fact
role really
she
well.
fits
She-
the role.
yeah.
It's
And-
not about that. Like everyone's like, why do you have to make everything about race? Why are you making this about race?
Literally.
I saw something on TikTok that said, well, scientifically, mermaids are white because of the melanin in their skin because they're not close to the sun. Scientifically, what, bitch? We're talking about a
We
mermaid.
all know they're fake.
Talking
in-
about a movie.
in
Like your
a mo-
grandma used to say, it's a movie.
Tusha, yeah.
Grandma.
Tusha. Oh,
Tusha.
Tusha, you say
Because
that?
like it's a movie.
Yeah.
That is kind of fun because I was thinking, I'm like, your
You're like,
grandma's
you
hilarious.
guys said that? That's funny. No, but yeah, I know. Like, that really boiled my freaking
I wasn't
blood.
I'm telling you psychologically where these people are coming from.
No,
I'm not saying.
I got it when it was
I'm just
first
telling
announced.
you that's what they're. I'm not saying their thought process is correct.
No,
I'm saying
yeah.
that's their thought process.
Yeah, I don't think that you
know,
think
like
that.
they're
Well,
thinking
you don't
like,
really know their thought process.
Yeah.
we don't know shit really.
How about
but,
this?
You know,
Brandy played Cinderella in a remake.
I know. So then, like,
people probably had a fucking problem with it back then too. No,
probably. Yeah.
But it's also amazing, and you're not mad that she's not blonde.
it shouldn't be an issue
you know?
whatsoever.
Yeah,
It shouldn't be an
it's
issue.
not a big deal.
Like
I
if you-
love Little Mermaid so much that when it was first announced, I'll admit, disappointed because I wanted to know, like, what would she look like
yeah.
if it was like live action? Who would like play her and represent her so well? But she fucking does.
Yeah.
She doesn't have white skin and she does. So
And
it's all
that's
gonna
okay
be okay.
to have those thoughts too, to be like, interesting. But also recognize the fact that you're talking about a human fucking being.
Right.
Relax.
Who
Compared
got
to
a role?
cartoon,
Who
yeah.
got a
Just
role.
got a
Yeah.
audition
Yeah.
and got a role.
So just take a step back and enjoy the fucking movie because I'm sure it's gonna be
Period.
great.
What if it sucks?
If it sucks, then
What if?
yeah, then it sucks. Then it sucks.
yeah.
It depends why.
Yeah, it depends why too, exactly. But anything else in your notes app?
Mm-hmm. Well,
That
I
was a
had
good
some
topic.
questions for you guys.
Yeah, do you want to ask us? So we do have some questions from Instagram if you want to wait till then, but
It doesn't matter. Whatever you think.
yeah, let's ask them. Why don't you
Okay.
just ask them?
Okay. Well, I was curious.
We're getting interviewed.
Do you think that you can be open-minded and rational, or does it take a level of irrationality to have an open mind?
Wow.
Think
Can
about
you
what
be
I said.
open-minded and rational?
Yeah.
Of course.
But
Why can't you?
but if you have to like rationalize everything, isn't it hard to stay open-minded? Do you know what I mean?
I do think you need a little bit of irrationality to stay open-minded.
Like you have to accept that
That's-
maybe there's not a rational explanation or answer for this.
Yeah,
So
I can agree with that. I don't think that it means that you're off the wall irrational.
No,
I think it
yeah.
means that you understand that things aren't always as they seem, or things aren't always the way that you always thought they were.
Mhm.
So maybe I think if that answers your question. What about you, Samir?
I need like a topic.
What do you
I need
think
like
you are?
I need
Do
like
you think you're open-minded?
I think I'm open-minded. I think I'm really open-minded.
How about you?
I think I'm open-minded. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also do rationalize a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I need like an example.
I have something for you. So you live here. You have a great job here. You're making money. Your family is here and everything. But your dream job is in California. You're gonna make more money, whatever. But like you're set here. You don't need more money, whatever.
You don't want to leave your family,
But
whatever.
you have to be a little irrational because you're gonna move across the country to be open-minded about this new position, this new life, even though rationally you should stay here because your family's here, you have money here, you have your house settled here, you have a job settled here. You don't need rationally you don't need to move there.
Yeah.
But your dream job is over there.
Yeah, but so moving there is being open-minded, correct?
Yeah, I would say, right?
Okay, but what if moving there, it makes more sense to move there and it's more rational to move there? So
But
are
I just
no
gave
long-
you a situation where
I
it's
know,
not.
But let's say
Because then that's not an open-minded situation. You're not taking the situation I'm giving you. So how about this? It's not your job that's moving you there. It's Nicolette's. So you have to be open-minded about moving because of your wife. And even though your house is here, you say you have kids, they go to school here, your family's here, you have money here.
And her job is to be an influencer.
yeah, I don't know
So
because
she's like,
I
you have
could
to be
be
open-minded.
I don't know. I think I don't know because you can be open-minded like, oh yeah, that would be great, but I'd rather not.
So
But not even so. I'm just saying like you could still be open-minded, but like does not do it.
yeah, but that's
You know,
not
or
being
not.
like you're not rationalizing anything there. You're just saying like, yeah, I'd rather not go there.
That's my point. I'm not rationalizing. So like they're not. You don't,
One thing
it's
can
not
be
like
without
one
the
or
other.
That's my point.
Okay.
Like because like you said like, okay, let's say it's a 50-50. Like you said, you gave me that question where it's like it makes more sense to stay here. But what if it's like a 50-50 thing, but you still need to? If it's a 50-50 thing,
If it's 50-50, then you
it's
have
it's still more
rationalize.
open-minded to move than pack up your shit. And
Yeah,
leave.
you're right, 'cause
you
then-
know. So but then it's like it's more so. Do you want to follow your dreams, or are you happy being here? Like it's not.
That's more
I
pros
don't think
and cons.
you need to I don't think you need to rationalize it. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe I never thought of that question ever in my life.
No, that
Never.
was a good. That was
So.
like you brought me back around to where I could understand why you don't need to be irrational to be open-minded about something. If I think it's situational.
Or like being open-minded doesn't mean that you're irrational.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think now?
I agree. Okay.
You agree with what?
You guys.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, next.
Okay. Oh, I wanted to know just some things you guys talk about. I like think about
Yeah.
things that I want to know about you guys. But
Okay.
what is your favorite form of self-care
Ooh.
that doesn't involve you having to like go out and get like a service performed? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like for
Go
yourself.
get a massage or go.
Right.
Yes. My favorite self-care.
Damn. You're fucking me up with these.
Not that deep.
I know, but I don't.
I can go deeper.
Honestly, I think it's I've said this before. going on a long walk, listening to a podcast. That brings me, if I'm up here, it brings me down here. Or like putting on a movie, just chilling, straight up chilling and not worrying about my responsibilities, saying that's tomorrow's problem type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like your go-to always. Too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love those. Yeah, I don't have anything where I look at it that way, where I'm like, oh, but with what you said, I do. Like yesterday, I was going to go to the Coney after work, take care of more shit, right? But it was like late. It was like 7 p.m. Worked all day, had a long fucking day at work. And then I wanted to go do more work. So I called my dad and I'm like, hey, I'm on my way to the Coney, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, go home. Like, relax, Okay, I'm like, fine, I'll go home, So then I came home and I was able to just relax the whole night, which, don't get me wrong, I had plenty of those nights in my life, But last night made me realize, like, oh, that is my self-care, where it's just like unwinding. Really. I don't even
But what does that look like? Just laying in bed? Like,
come in here, put it on a
phone,
movie. We watched some rom-com last night.
Yeah.
And then
What did you think of Walk the Line?
I love it. I watched it twice.
Really?
I watched it. We put it on. You bought us a DVD.
Yeah.
We watched it, and then the next day it was on cable.
Oh, wow.
And I kept it on, and I watched the whole fucking thing, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Really?
I like it better than Elvis, the new
Me
Elvis.
too. Me
I like
too.
it better than the
I don't
new
know
Elvis
what
movie.
about it made me think, like, how the fuck did I never think to recommend that to you? Like, I just
Walk
knew
the
that
Line?
you would like it. Yeah.
I loved it.
It's
And I loved the
such a good
Elvis movie too. I liked Walk
I
the Line
think
better.
they're two different things.
They are, yeah.
They're two different things because
Yeah, but they're in the same genre, though. If
but
you're
like
gonna-
if you're looking at it from a cinematic way, Elvis is in your face. It's boom, 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 boom.
Walk the Line is
America
like
or
drama.
like new modern music,
Yeah,
Yeah, and
type
like
shit, like
yeah.
but
you
it's
know.
it's also just a different story too. It's telling us about
it's damn near the same story. That's what I mean by it's like the same genre. It's a similar
but I'm
fucking
saying they're
story.
telling the story from a different perspective
Yeah.
while you're watching it as a what point of view would that be? Third person point of view. And
For which movie?
for Walk the Line.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it's the agent in
Yeah.
Elvis telling us a
Yep,
story,
yep.
you know? So I feel like it's just different vibes. I think Elvis is fucking amazing, but Walk the Line, if you want like a calm like night, you put that on. Elvis, if I'm trying to freaking chill, I'm not putting that movie on because I have
It's
anxiety.
also 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too. But
Good, really good movie.
something
Loved
else about self-care that I just want to note is if I like am feeling down in the dumps and I'm just going through it. Like last week I was on my period. Sorry, Samir. Actually, not sorry. I was on my period last week and I was going through it and I
What's
was
a period?
right.
Oh,
and
speaking of, go ahead.
yeah, and I was just going through it and I told myself, let yourself go through it. This is how I do my self-care. I let myself go through it. I let myself feel all of my emotions. I think about my emotions. I let the emotions go. I put on a movie and I put Jerry Seinfeld, or I put Seinfeld on because I'm just like, I need to focus on something that
You are
worse.
so in touch with yourself, like your emotions. You're
Wow.
very like self-aware, I feel like.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I
I try to
really
be very
admire it.
self-aware. Sometimes I slip up. I mean, everyone's
Of
going
course,
to.
yeah.
But I do try really hard. And it's literally Armchair Expert, my favorite podcast that has gotten me to this point. It's
Really?
nothing else. I've never read a self-help book, never done any of that.
Really?
It's that and conversations that I've had with Kara and Lindsay. And
Wow.
that's the extent of it. Yeah. I don't know.
That's beautiful. It's probably my favorite thing about you.
Thank you.
And yeah,
I
I
appreciate
feel
that.
like I would
It's so hard.
Thanks.
really benefit from that.
What about you? What do you do?
Yeah, what's
For
your
self-care?
Yeah.
Definitely watching a movie. I love to watch
See,
a
but
good
I don't
movie
consider that self-care. That's like my favorite
I
fucking
do
thing to do on the
because-
face of the earth.
because it really like takes me out of my own head. It takes me out of my like own feelings, and I just really I love to get like immersed in a good movie.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I'm like a tough critic because of that. So when I find a really good movie, then I know like I really enjoyed myself at the
Yeah.
end.
What's a movie that you would say?
I'll have to think about this. And
Yeah,
come
think
back.
about it for a sec. We everything you said, that's not everything, but like how you said, like you watch a movie and then you're completely immersed in it and you forget about like everything else, you know, and like you're just focused on the movie. That's why I love watching movies. That's why everybody loves watching
of
movies,
course.
but I never look at that as self-care. You know, that's
Yeah.
the thing. And I feel like I never tied that in with self-care, but I see 100% how it is.
Yeah.
Now that you girls mentioned it.
Yeah,
you know what
I
mean?
think it's just because we have, not that you don't have a lot of emotions or you don't have a lot of, you have your struggles, you have your whatever, but for us, we have to find something to take us out of
Yeah.
it, because if we don't, we're gonna go fucking crazy.
It's
I don't know
also-
if that makes sense, but like I need to find something. If I'm in one of those moods, I just need to find something to take me out of it for a little
Yeah,
bit.
but guys are like that too, though.
I know you are,
Guys
but
are like that
but
too.
then if that's but
girls are more open about it.
yeah,
That's the thing.
and that's something that you guys should be open about. But I'm saying that you never had like thought about it in that way, probably just because of stigmas and whatever. But it probably is something that you do unintentionally.
100%.
Wait, do you have a movie though? Did you think of one?
That takes me out of.
Or
No, I
like
don't.
you really enjoyed? You said that when there's a movie that at the end of it that you really enjoyed.
I would have to go through the movies I watched. Like
Okay.
on Netflix
You
or
know what? One of
something.
my feel-good one of my favorite movies is Dan in Real Life.
I never
Never
watched
seen it.
that.
With Michael Scott.
It's come up on my like suggestions recently.
You've never watched it.
No,
Tonight. Well,
I'll
I
watch
don't know
it
what time you're
maybe
gonna go home tonight, but
maybe tomorrow. I'll watch it.
oh, that's one of my.
Okay, good to know.
Are you
favorite.
asking about like a comfort movie?
No, because you said you're a big critic. So now
Oh.
when you watch a movie that's really good, you're like, I enjoyed myself. So I wanted to know what movie.
I'm gonna
that
take
would
a
be.
gander on Netflix and see if anything.
Speaking of movies, I just watched Interstellar for the
Love
first time last weekend, and it's when I was in my feels and I was put on that movie. I just watched it, and boy, did I love it.
That is a great.
Boy, did I
movie.
love it, and
Really
did
good.
I cry, and I just was a weeping willow tree. Is that from
Dude.
Harry Potter? Weeping
Weeping
Willow.
Willow.
Weeping
Tree.
Willow, yeah.
I love movies. I love talking
Wait,
about
can I
movies.
tell
I'm
you?
saying.
Can I tell
Bring
you
'em
guys
up.
what I told Nicolette?
Yeah.
So I yesterday came home and I had this really weird inkling that I was gonna be either the next guest
Girl.
or I swear on my
Girl,
life.
please.
I swear on my life. And I came home and I was like, I think I'm next. And then I like sat and I was like,
Manifested it.
they would have asked me by now. I'm like, they would have asked me by now. It's not happening this week. And so I go to work today and I'm a disheveled fucking mess, whatever, not caring about anything. And I'm at work like this and Senior texts me, you busy? And I'm like, okay, fuck it.
Yay.
I knew you were gonna be happy. Were you happy as shit?
I was happy.
Hell yeah.
I thought I had another week to like mentally prepare, but I'm happy to get it out of
Well,
the
she
way.
was like, "Why?" Like I was like, "Tonight." She's like, "Why?" And I was like, "That's the thing. It's gonna be like really late night." You know? Yeah, we never recorded on Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah, that's why I didn't
It's
think.
always Thursday or Friday, but she's busy
Yeah.
Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then it was Saturday, and I don't wanna.
Yeah.
I have off Saturday. I was like, "Fuck that."
I didn't want to. I didn't want to do it
I would
either
be at the Coney
Saturday.
and
I
shit.
swear to God.
I wanted to take Saturday for self care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You
Self care
feel
is keeping your books clean.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna start looking at it that way, but I guess you don't even have to call it self care. But I do have those things where you just chill out.
Yeah.
And put a movie on.
Yeah.
Let's get into what I have here. So it was funny because we were deciding like who do we want to have on, and he suggested you, and I was like, yes, that works because I have stuff that I feel like would be good for us three to talk about.
See, I suggested you.
Why'd you suggest me?
I
could
like
use
you a
an
little
ego
bit.
boost.
You're all right.
We don't really have a real reason for suggesting anyone. We're just like this person.
No, we're like this person
Oh.
this week. All right.
We're
Cool.
like, yeah, that feels right.
Kind of mix it up a
sorry
little
to
bit.
sorry to not make you
Yeah,
feel
burst my
I
bubble
knew
a
you
little
would
bit.
bring the fucking
the
heat.
deep ass
the heat.
shit.
I knew
Yeah.
you'd bring that deep shit. I knew it.
Yeah.
You guys were waiting.
and
for
I
this.
definitely
that's why,
wasn't
That's
ready.
why I said to wait because mine is not going to be fun.
It is funny.
People like it though.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about the biggest advantages of being a girl and biggest advantages of being a boy, and then discuss double standards around both of them.
Advantages
What?
of being a guy, stronger.
Women intuitiveness, emotions, period.
More emotionally intelligent.
Yep.
Here's one. It's kind of surface level. Makeup. Like, we get to put makeup on our face. We have a pimple, we put that
Oh,
shit on.
damn. See how deep we
You know?
got.
No, it's
It feels
totally.
like makeup.
I'm like, no, it's fine. We can get deep. But you guys, if you have bags under your eyes, you guys have pimples, you guys, whatever, you don't really put shit on for that.
Mhm.
Nowadays more men do, but
Is that like You're saying like we're lucky we don't have to type thing?
Yeah,
or?
no, it's an advantage for us that
It is an advantage.
we
Okay.
have
It's
it.
an advantage, but
Also
it's only a thing because
we have the makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would much rather
not worry about
I
it.
prefer not to wear makeup. It's too much work.
Yeah, so I guess that could be a double standard. Like,
Yeah.
why do we feel
Right.
the need to put the makeup over our zits
Y'all probably the ones who need it more than we
when
do.
You know why?
we don't look at the guy and say, you guys should have put some concealer on that?
Right.
Yeah.
But I think it's because of a female gaze issue. So we don't do shit for them. We do shit for
Other
you.
girls.
Say it louder for the people.
Yeah.
in the back.
100%. I was
So-
going to say that.
so
I was going to say that. 100%.
We don't want our gal pals to look at us, even though I don't do the shit around you guys. You guys hardly ever see me with makeup. But for girls, you want to look nice. You want to make sure that this girl knows that I'm put together. I got my shit
But
together.
why?
Yeah, but see.
But why?
But why?
There you
I don't
go.
know.
Because girls are going to talk about it.
Because
after.
Yeah.
girls, exactly.
Yeah.
So you guys are doing it to yourselves.
But those are the things that I think about, and that's why I'm like, I don't. If I cannot contribute to this shit, then I would rather not. Because if I was in that position, I wouldn't want somebody to talk
Yeah.
about how I look without makeup. And
That's one thing that I do not ever really do is talk about somebody's appearance because that has absolutely nothing to do with the person.
right,
That has nothing to do with them. Okay, women, you're allowed to cry. So this is not, but you're allowed to cry. Guys aren't allowed to cry. That's because that's a standard that they held to themselves. That's not because of us, you know? But there are women out there who think it's weak for men. If a man cries, that's weak. And I don't condone that. I
Me
do
neither.
not condone that. Even even people I watch Bachelorette with, the guys will be crying and they'll be like, oh my God, he's crying. And like my mom will say sometimes, and I'll be like, no, he can cry. He's upset. Something happened to him. He's allowed to fucking cry.
Look, I'm not afraid to cry, even like for movies. You know, obviously, if it's something fucking serious and I'm crying, what are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? Of
Yeah.
course. But not against men crying at all, whatever. It happens. But, and like how you said, like you're all about it and you're all about it, you know? But the thing is, there's like,
no, I know what you're gonna fucking say. Go ahead.
you know what I'm going to say?
Like,
Like, you might not have a problem with it.
he's saying
but
that a
subconsciously,
woman subconsciously will look at him crying and become turned off.
yes.
No,
And
that is
not
not
only that, but
true.
no, I think it is. I don't know.
It depends on what
You
you're
You guys are the
probably.
women, so.
But do you even have
But-
like an example of when that happened to you? So why would you
No,
just
I don't.
blatantly
It's
say
just,
that?
yeah,
that's
it's just
I
an
don't-
assumption.
but
Yeah.
What they
that's-
think.
Yeah, it's an assumption, but that's just the way men are
Or maybe
built.
I'm
That's just the way men are
I'm
built.
sure girls have talked about have said, you know, like
Girls always
ew,
say-
when he started crying, like, oh, I just, you know, like
Yeah, 100%.
I'm sure you've heard that.
Okay, how
plenty of
about
times.
this? Remember in Love Island, one guy went to this one girl and was like, she's like, oh, so like, are you like a mama's boy or whatever, you know? And then he was like, oh yeah, definitely, like, definitely a mama's boy, whatever. And she was like, what the fuck? Like, absolutely not, whatever. Which is a little different, you know what I mean? A girl, like, but that doesn't instantly mean like I'm a mama's boy.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I'm not independent or I do my
Right.
own thing or I can't be
Well,
manly.
yeah,
or-
I think it
you know
just
what I mean?
like society thinks of mama's boys as a guy who's gonna pick a mom over his girl all the time, who's gonna like, you know,
That's
whine,
weird.
he misses his mom, blah blah blah,
Yeah,
blah
yeah,
XYZ.
yeah.
You know, live in his parents' basement, like
That's extreme.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like stigma, but maybe that's why girls react that way.
Maybe, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, good point. But how you said, like, girls always say, oh, like, they want the guy to open up, but there's also a limit to that. You can't tell me there's not a limit to, like, how much a guy can open up. Sometimes I'm sure you're not used to it with Dennis. And the fact, like, because he don't, like, stress about shit. He does, for sure.
Yeah.
But, all right, then. Part 2, take 2.
If you guys saw me running around like a chicken with my head cut off, I'm very apologetic.
She was unprepared.
to the viewers. I was not unprepared. I came with this.
I can't believe how
bitch
unprepared you were.
100%.
We are just gibber-gabbering over here.
It was
That's why.
100% at 40%.
Okay, bitch. You got here at 9:00. I'm joking. I'm just joking. Anyway, I'm sorry. I missed out on a lot of what you guys were talking about, and I think it was about
You did.
crying and mama's boy and.
It was about men opening up. He's saying that a woman doesn't want a man to open up as much.
Girls do.
Yeah.
They do. Like I was going to say, I open up to Nicolette. Duh. But sometimes, like, I'm like, damn, I've been like too much. Like sometimes, like say with work, like with Lafayette, especially lately, like I'm coming home and I'm just fucking constantly thinking about that and like talking about it.
Yeah.
And then like, and she's there for me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like,
Yeah.
she's completely cool with it. Nothing there. In my own head, I'll be like, I've been talking about this shit for fucking 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but
let
that
me
doesn't-
fucking not, like tonight, let me just not tonight because it's like,
Yeah. But that's more about you than it is about her.
Yes.
Because she understands that you're going through like a tough time right now. You're working basically 2 jobs right now.
Yeah.
She gets
but I don't want to
it.
drag her. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
want her
That's
to
fine.
like
You were
kill her
absolutely
mood
feel
type
that
shit.
way,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
because work is separate from your relationship.
Yeah.
You know, like you just need to talk about it.
Yeah.
And she's your partner, of course she's gonna want you to talk about it, and that's fine. But if you were like coming home crying and shit about work, then it would just be
Yeah.
weird because of how you're handling it. Like it's not
Yeah.
about the fact that a man can get emotional or should feel comfortable getting emotional, but it's also like how he handles it, which is the thing. And
Yeah.
like men don't know how to do that. Some, I won't say all men,
Mhm.
but it's because they don't do it enough, you know?
Yeah.
Like
and it
That's
does
what-
take practice. Like vulnerability. You,
I would
you practice that shit.
I would 100% rather that you cry to me if you're upset about something or sad about something or whatever and let that shit go than you pent it up and get angry and like, you know, like
Yeah.
take it out in other ways. You have to get in fights with people or, you know, yell randomly just because you're mad about a thing. Like I would rather you just talk about it and
Yeah.
cry if you need to cry, you
Yeah.
know?
And we're not saying like cry at everything.
No,
That's
no.
not what we're
No.
saying. Even girls, like, okay, sometimes we can relax, you know,
Right,
you don't
of
have to cry
course.
about everything, but feeling your emotions in a time where you should feel your emotions is never going to be from me something I tell you not to do. I'm feel those through, and it's never going to give me the ick or turn me off. I will be honestly more attracted to
I feel
somebody.
like a girl would at a certain like.
You know what? If the girl can handle her own emotions and is comfortable with them, then I guarantee she won't.
Yeah.
Like I think that if
Might come down to the girl.
yeah,
Sure,
it
why
could
not?
it
Might come
could.
down to the girl.
But like
I mean,
so you're just kind of like putting everyone in a box. I think a girl might blah blah blah. No, that's not the case. So I think that you probably Nicolette might be your only experience of where somebody let you open up and that the only person that you've ever wanted to open up to. But I have been like a shoulder to cry on for a lot of my guy friends. I have been somebody who has talked people through things. I never was thought to myself,
Ah, what a pussy or something.
what a pussy.
I
I've thought to myself, damn, they're going through something right now. Damn, how can I help them? It's never, they should not be crying right
It's
now.
more just
Right.
like what a guy.
And
It's-
again,
it's-
like you're
yeah.
comfortable in what you feel and how you feel it. So you're able to be that for them, you know?
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I had a friend who had depression, had anxiety, was on antidepressants and whatever. And he was like very emotional to the point where I would get like uncomfortable. Like
Yeah.
I would be like, I don't want you to cry to me. But I didn't know how to open up about my own feelings.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of my own feelings. Like I pushed mine down so far that I didn't know how to like let him be comfortable too. And
Yeah.
now all day, you know, I'd be
Yeah.
like, you can fucking cry to me all you want and I'd be fine.
Well, and it's like what you've been through as well. It's kind of depending on how you were raised, the situations that you have been put into. Is that something that you even want to take on? It's not about them crying. It's about something that you are you emotionally developed or equipped enough to handle somebody else's emotions?
Yeah.
Some people aren't. Some people can't. So that's okay. But that it has nothing to do with like the person being able to cry. Should they be
Right.
able to cry? Yes.
And
the
it
answer is
also
yes.
comes down to the person themselves. Like you know some women who are very, very emotional and you know some who seem like they keep it cool most of the time.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think like, oh, she needs to cry less or whatever. If her man was fine with it, then they're fine. You know, if
That's
her
true.
man was also like a little bit more closed off emotionally, then they're fine. Like it just doesn't matter whether she's a woman or a man, you know?
Yeah.
If you're emotional, you're open about your emotions, you're comfortable with it, more
Yeah.
power to
And I
you.
want to clarify, I'm not speaking for every
Of course.
woman. Maybe they do get the ick from somebody crying. And if they do, then
It's okay.
Like you said, it's not a
Yeah.
box. You
Then
can't
just
put
find a
everybody
man
in
that
a
doesn't
box.
cry, I
Find
guess.
somebody
Good
that
for
doesn't
you.
Because there
cry.
are for sure.
yeah.
And I think those, like when this topic is brought up, those are the type of women men are thinking about, and then they'll take like the negative from it. You know, you don't you like worry, like a guy will worry, like, what's the worst way she could react? Oh, she'll get the ick.
Yeah.
You know, rather than like, oh, she might be cool with it. Nah, I'd rather not take the risk and not open up and not show my emotion, not cry on her shoulder, not whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about most guys. Me,
Yeah.
I'm completely comfortable with doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, let's move on. Sorry, we
okay.
were just lecturing Samir. Like, listen here, buddy, cry more.
Overcorrection.
Yeah, we did overcorrect there a little bit. So something that comes to my mind is a girl who sleeps with a lot of men versus a man who sleeps with a lot of women. A lot of times society sees the girl as a whore and the man as a
say it.
But I'll never forget that analogy about the lock and key.
I told okay,
I don't think
maybe
you
we
said it on
both
here,
knew it. I was because that's the first analogy I thought of. Explain
what's the lock and key?
I can
analogy?
explain it. I know it real well. It's like a girl's.
Just say
vagina.
just say the analogy.
Okay, the
a
analogy.
Key that can
a
open
key that can open many locks
is
a master key. A lock that gets opened by any key is a shitty lock.
You're so fucking stupid.
What are you saying?
Sorry, Liam.
Look how
Yeah, but that's
you're so fucking
right,
stupid.
because
I never
right
said
there-
anything about a girl. I'm telling you the analogy.
I know, okay,
I'm not. No
yours.
one's saying.
Okay, not yours.
That's the way it is. See how she gets crazy?
Okay, that is so
You're
fucking,
mean.
I don't care about
That's the
that
way it is
anymore.
for a fucking inanimate object, maybe.
Yeah,
But
listen, that is right there. Like the fact that there's even an analogy that a man has in their back pocket
It's
about
kind of
that.
like a joke, though, too. At the same, that's
Yeah, but it's so
Can we
fucked up
joke?
to even sometimes joke about that stuff because
No, never.
yes, it is because girls are called whores and then go through their whole life traumatized by stuff like that. It forms who they are, emotional intelligence, all of that. So yeah, it is fucked up to talk about.
No, we all
that.
go through different shit, though. That's one thing that's a disadvantage a girl has. That's.
But I'm talking
one
about
of
the double
disadvantages.
standard of it. It's not a disadvantage. That's a blatant double standard. That's a standard that our society
If you cry,
holds.
you feel bad for her. If I cry, I'm a pussy. And that's coming from a guy. That's a double standard.
That's a double
now,
standard.
you
Yeah.
might not think that, but same like how you said, you can't put it in a box because I might, let's say you go sleep with 100 men, I might be like, hey, she has every right. But then another guy might be like,
okay.
she's a whore.
Well, okay, but we can.
And then same thing, like if I'm crying, one guy might be like, yeah, fuck
No,
it,
you're
all guys
right.
can cry.
You're
but
right.
another guy might be like, that's a pussy.
Yes, you're 100%
So,
right. But we're
same
also
thing.
talking about in a societal world. So we're talking about societally.
Societal world, men cannot cry.
Okay.
So that's
That's
you know,
we
so
did
what-
we did not disagree with that. We said that we prefer that they do.
Yeah, for sure.
So
for sure.
so
We prefer that women sleep with all the men. No, I'm kidding.
but that's the thing. In society, you're a whore if you sleep with a lot of men. If you're a man and you sleep with a lot of women, you're gonna get dabbed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here, okay. So if you take it one step further, right? To get called a whore, who gives a fuck? People call people shit all the time. So
yeah, but sometimes
so
words
that's not-
hold a lot of weight.
Yeah, but
also that label doesn't go away from you once you're called that. You know, like that's how people are gonna see you now,
I don't
and
know, it depends who.
they literally judge your whole character based on that.
If I met someone in a random friend group and they were like, Samir's a dumbass, and they left and said like, oh my God, can you believe Samir said that he's a fucking dumbass, and now all those people think I'm a dumbass. So, but I know my friends don't. You know what I mean? So, same thing. Someone calls you a whore. That person might think that.
I think
That
whore
doesn't
and
mean
dumbass
everybody-
are two very different terms,
They are.
words, and dumbass does not hold the weight that the word whore holds.
Yeah,
Slut?
Or slut, or any of
I
those
don't
types
know,
of
man.
words.
I don't know. I think when it comes down to marriage, then that's when it matters. You know,
But it doesn't matter that the guy hooked up with 20
it
other.
might matter to the girl. But
yours.
it might matter to the girl that's marrying the guy.
I know, but
she might
we're
not care,
saying-
and maybe the guy might not care. Do you don't are there quote unquote whores that get married? Are there girls that fuck over 100 guys and they're married?
I'm saying from a societal standpoint. I'm not saying now we're going too outside of the box now. I'm saying in society, it is a double standard. I'm sorry, we can't argue that it's not.
I'm not saying there's not a double standard.
Okay.
The topic before the parameters were set one way, and then now when it comes to this topic, the parameters are set a different way.
Yeah,
if we're gonna discuss double standards, you discuss it one way or the other. Okay. You don't. You know.
But
You get what I'm trying to say.
But the thing is the last time when we were talking about crying, we weren't discussing it, saying that it's not a double standard. That's not anything we said. We did not say crying for women is easier, and that's not a double standard. standard, men can cry. We were saying we would prefer for men to cry. Us too.
I agree. Yeah. You did
Us
say that.
too.
Yeah.
So now I'm talking about the double standard, just the double standard that you're fighting against. You're not saying yourself, I don't think they're whores if they do that. You didn't specifically say that.
Okay.
So if that's something that you want to express right now, you can. But it is a double standard.
Okay.
And that's not something that I feel like we can even argue about.
Yeah. No, I always agreed that it is a double standard.
Yeah.
I never disagreed with that. But the reason I was fighting back on it was because I was like, are we coming from a societal viewpoint or is it personal? You know, that's why.
Yeah,
I
totally
came
get that.
You know, 'cause
Yeah, I
we're
understand.
all on the same page here.
Yeah.
We're all on the same page here, you know.
Yeah, I totally get that. Sorry, we should have clarified. I'll do it next time.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do rapid fire questions to ask your best friend.
Okay.
Josie actually suggested today that we do this with all of our guests, these rapid fire questions. Yeah, they're really fun. So I'm just going to go and you answer, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. What's your favorite season?
Summer.
What's your favorite breakfast?
Ooh. Avocado toast with pickled red onion.
If you had to change your first name, what would you change it to?
What is your middle name?
Ashley. I would not. I was almost Ashley. Okay, sorry. Isabella.
What were you afraid of as a child?
Spiders and the dark.
What has been your favorite age so far?
22.
How often do you floss?
Maybe every couple days.
What movie do you enjoy quoting the most?
SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
What is your favorite board game?
Ooh. Clue.
What is
I
your
like Clue.
favorite Disney character?
I like Tinkerbell or Ariel.
Finish this phrase. The way to my heart is.
Playing with my hair.
Do you consider yourself tech savvy?
No.
Love or friendship?
Fuck.
That is a
Love.
tough one.
Morning or evening?
Evening.
Salty or sweet?
Salty.
Would you rather find your dream job or win the lottery?
Lottery.
Expensive presents or homemade presents?
Homemade.
Cannonball into a pool or dip a toe first?
Dip a toe.
Do you have your own Netflix account or do you use somebody else's?
I have my own.
INDEPENDENT.
My brother and I share paying it. So.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure. Coffee ice cream and a good movie.
What is the punchline to your favorite joke?
That's what she said.
Right.
Which celebrity annoys you the most?
Right now it's Adam Levine.
Yeah. What do you wish you learned sooner?
Rapid fire. Imagine that.
Yeah. What do I wish I learned sooner? Probably sewing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how to sew now? Okay.
Okay, so last thing that we want to do, we have questions from people on Instagram.
Oh, yes.
Thanks to those who asked the questions. Appreciate it. Here we go. We're going to go back to it. My mom just said, can't wait for Wednesday. Okay, Samir, you'll like this one.
Okay.
One historical figure you'd want to meet. This is from Noella.
What's up,
One.
Noella? One historical figure? Shit.
Princess Diana.
Princess Diana's a good one.
I wouldn't. Yeah, good answer for you. Damn.
Come on, dude.
It's hard.
Bruh.
There's
One,
so
just
many.
pick one.
I'm thinking of all my top 10 or the top 5 people, and I'm like,
You
I don't
could
know.
pick any of them.
I know. I'll probably go with Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Dre's gonna fucking jump out of the bushes. What are you gonna talk to Albert Einstein about, bro?
I really cannot. I'm just gonna go Elvis
Okay.
because
History though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, musical
a
Why
good one.
musical history?
You're right. You're right.
Right? Can I
That's
do
a
that?
good one. Yeah, hell yeah. He's definitely an historical figure. That's
Okay.
culture.
Okay, cool. I'm going
You know
Elvis.
what I'm saying?
Beta asks, "Do you love me the most out of everyone?" I'm just joking. She did say that, but that wasn't the actual question.
No. No, I'm just kidding.
Favorite cereal?
Favorite cereal?
Yeah.
I love this question.
What's your favorite?
My favorite cereal are Oreos.
Oh,
Oh my god, like actual Oreos.
that you crush up?
No, like the
The little Oreo ones.
Oreo. Oh,
Gotcha.
okay.
or Lucky Charms.
Well, see, Chips Ahoy for me when I make it into cereal.
Oh, okay.
You know, but actual cereal, Lucky Charms.
Okay. Lucky
Yes.
Charms, both of you.
Yes.
Oh, wait, you said
Wow.
Lucky Charms?
Yes, I did.
Fucking blanked
That's
out.
like Oreos were not around all the time.
Yeah.
They like discontinued them for a while, so Lucky Charms is always my go-to.
too chocolatey for me.
Oreos?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Even
Hate
like
it.
regular Oreos, like give me
Oh,
3-4 of
man,
them, and
no,
I'm
I
done.
love
But
them.
Chips Ahoy, I
See,
could eat like 30.
I have to eat an Oreo with milk. So for me,
Yeah, I have to eat it with milk too.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure, because it's too chocolatey. What was yours?
I like. I'm sorry. This is really embarrassing. Honey Nut Cheerios.
I
Die for Honey
love-
Nut Cheerios.
I like 'em.
wait. What's the cereal I like, Dennis?
I dig it.
Ding, ding, ding.
Honey
Oh,
Bunches.
Raisin
Krispies.
Bran.
Oh, Raisin Bran is
Fuck
really good.
no,
I love
you
Raisin Bran.
psycho.
Raisin Bran's really
You're an
good.
animal.
But no, I love Honey Nuts
You're a deer.
Cheerios. And then I have, this is the last deep thing we're going to talk about. You guys ready for it? It's from Noella again. She
It's not
was,
it's the last thing we're
Those
gonna
are the
talk about.
only
Yeah.
questions?
Girl, I got some questions too.
oh, do you?
Come on now.
Okay.
See?
Okay, so
on.
let's go into this. Ready? Noella was sending fire today.
Yeah.
She said, what's something you wish you told yourself, you wish you knew, or you could have told yourself in your early 20s?
In my early 20s.
I feel like I'm still in my early 20s. So I'll still go like a teenage, like 18, 19.
Wow, I'm in my mid fucking 20s right now. I'm
Damn.
gonna be sick.
I'm in my fucking
You're almost out of
late.
them.
I'm almost out of the 20s completely.
You know what? One of mine is forgiveness is not weakness, because when I was younger, and if anybody ever like screwed me over or anything, I always have the urge to forgive people, and I always thought that I was weak because of it. But I think growing up, I realized it was more so for myself to get past something than really for the other person to feel better about themselves.
Yeah, I think that takes you such a long way in so many different aspects too.
Yeah.
Than you realize, you know. I just realized she's probably asking because she's like in her early 20s now, you know. So
Yeah.
she probably wants to know.
I'll give her a fun
Yeah.
one too. Go out more and put yourself out there. That's really something that I wish I did. I did go out, but I never really put myself out there. I know I can still go out, whatever. But I do wish I did it younger, when I was like more fearless, less thoughtful. So yeah, put yourself out there. Go dating and stuff.
I think this age is the perfect time to really like discover yourself. Not find yourself, but discover yourself. Like really take advantage, because you're gaining independence. You're crossing over into that area of, you know, being on your own and becoming your own person and making your own way in the world. Listen to yourself, I would say.
Yeah.
Like I wish I told myself to listen to myself more and not so much what I think other people wanted me to feel, think, say, do, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good one. Samir?
I would just say, enjoy it. Do your thing. It goes quick.
Yeah.
Don't
goes
worry
know.
so much about like what you should and shouldn't do.
Yeah,
Obviously,
just do it.
you know,
Do what you think is right.
Yeah.
if you
Have
want to
fun.
do it
Go
just
with the
because it's
fun.
going to make you happy, simply for that reason, I think that's enough. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, you know.
Yeah.
You got the rest of your fucking life to be serious and
Yeah.
get your career going and get your shit together.
Yeah.
For real.
And
Like,
speaking of like career and get your shit
enjoy that
together,
shit.
like there's no timeline. There's no time limit.
Yeah.
You get to decide when you want to do that shit.
I am still learning that shit.
Don't
so.
ever get discouraged by like when I started college, I wanted to finish in 4 years and I wanted to do it, and I'm happy that I did, but you don't need to. It's not necessary for your health, your wellness, your happiness, your friendships, the things that actually matter.
let it ride.
Yes.
What do you got from questions?
Alan, he texted me.
Oh my God, that's long.
I'll read the whole thing. Well, that's every week from Alan.
Oh.
Every week. Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Solid episode. Always good to look back on the past and shit. I swear I'm only 21 and I look back on stuff already. I do have a question though, if you want to hit it in the Q&A. All right. A lot of people say to have a few close friends rather than a lot of not close friends, and keep your circle close and tight and whatnot. Based on my experiences being with you and your friends in your group and how you guys all talk about each other, how does it feel to have so many close friends? How do you think this has changed you and your whole group as a whole? Do you think it is a good or bad idea at the end of the day?
Oh, I love
Because
that.
like, yeah.
That's a really good question, because everyone says close circle, close
Especially for this
circle.
podcast,
Don't
close
trust too
circle,
many
yeah.
people.
Not a lot of people. I think, honest to God, Alan, we got lucky.
We got so lucky.
I don't think it's normal. But to answer it further, I think at the end of the day, this is the best thing that could ever have happened to me. And I
Love that.
don't wish for it to ever change. God willing, it won't. But yeah, we got lucky. There's no other way to explain it. We somehow were able to get 20 people together that all we all are the same and all so different at the same time. So it just works so well, and we just genuinely love one another so much. And it's the best thing in my life, to be quite honest. Yeah. If you guys want to answer further.
I agree with everything you said. Ditto.
Yeah. I'm speechless by that answer and emotional. I mean, ultimately, like, there are a few of us within the group that will be closer than maybe others, you know? But there's not anything that I would feel less comfortable with doing or saying with anybody in our group than somebody I'm close to. So that's how I know, like, we're all genuinely close and it just works.
Yeah.
Like, there's never been a problem. Nobody ever makes me feel, you know, unwelcomed. And I don't ever show up to the group, or somebody shows up to the group and I'm like, oh, I wish they weren't here tonight. Like, I just love everybody.
Yeah.
You know, we're also just people in general that are, like, accepting of our differences and, you know, excited about our similarities. So there's never any ill will or, like, nobody's malicious towards anybody. So it just all, like, balances out really well.
That's the key.
Yeah.
We just got lucky, like you said. Like, honestly, I mean, but if anyone was like that, we wouldn't have let them in. You know what I mean? If someone came in,
that's what I'm saying. We're
all
like,
malicious and shit,
not
and
to,
mean
like,
and rude and
whatever. I don't think I'm, like, the most amazing person in the world, but we're all good people.
You're close.
And
close.
And we all just kind of, like, drew each other in because good people want good people around
For
them,
sure.
you know,
Yeah.
and it just kind of works that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with everything you guys said. But when he asked me, like, the first thing I thought of was, like, 20 people came to my bachelor party.
Yeah.
And it wasn't down the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it was fucking out the country. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that right, it's just, like, how many people care, like, about you. Granted, they're on fucking vacation. You know what I mean? It's not like they're doing me a fucking favor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, and, like, more people were invited. These are people I'm close to. And they're not, I had two cousins come. So out of the 20. Take our group out of it. Like, when he asked that question, like, how many close friends you have, like,
Gotcha.
not like, and we all have that. Like, we got our group that we're all close, but then I got, like,
Other people you're close to.
like,
yeah.
Johnny. That's my best friend for life. I have way more close friends than just our friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Crease is
And
my
it's mostly
Kumar,
just because
and
of,
he
like,
don't.
history. Like, Liz and Nicola, I would consider, like, my close friends because I've
History.
been friends with them.
Yeah.
But I would consider, like, you, Beta, like, all the girls on the same level too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that also there is a perception that you should keep your circle close or small and close.
And I get it
whatever.
because I agree.
Yeah.
But it just works
But
works
also,
out this
I
way.
think that people are better than we pretend they are. Like, I think that you can have a relationship with more people than you think you can. I think that we always are like, people are liars, people are cheaters, people are blah, blah, blah. Like, there's just, we need to just realize that people are more likely kind than they are mean. You're more likely to have more in common with somebody than you're going to have not in common with them. So don't just keep your circle close because that's what people say. Meet people, make new friends, meet new, like, you know, because you don't want your circle to just be the only thing that you have, because you're going to stay in a bubble and you're going to only have one perception of what your life is. Not saying that my friend group is my friend group. I am in that little bubble, but I also have hang out with other people, other perceptions. You know, you shouldn't just have that. You should want to meet new people and, like, have new experiences with other people, you know?
Yeah, I agree. You don't have to, like, accept people that are not good for you or that you don't, like, connect with or that give you problems or that you give, like, you don't have to do that just for the sake of having a big friend group or because, like, your close friend is friends with them, so you all have to be a group. Like, you don't have to do that. You can keep your circle small if that's what's around you, but if you welcome the people that are meant to be around you in, then your circle can get bigger. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know?
What you got is what you got.
Yeah.
If you got two best friends and that's all you got, that's what you got. And be thankful and love them and you know, and then if you have 20, you got 20, you know, it's just because you're not going to just force, you can't be there with two and be like, you know what, Samir said it's good to have a big group of friends. Let me go find some more. Like, no, you're going to roll with it. It's not bad or good. It just is what it is.
Like we said, we got lucky, but we also were like you said, inviting. So we were like, yeah, tell them to come. Yeah, tell them to come too. That's fine. Yeah, they can come
we give
too.
everybody a chance.
Yeah, you guys can
you
come.
Don't vibe. You don't
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, tell them to come. No problem. And after a while, the same people just kept showing up. So it was the people that showed up, the people that vibed, and then it became what we are today. So I guess whoever shows up for you, that's who your people are, and that's the name of the game right there. But yeah, have a
The
big.
only time it's not good, like you can feel that shit.
Yeah.
If you know when someone doesn't have your best interest or
Yeah.
when someone's taking advantage of you, you know,
Yeah. Like, you know, when there's shit already like in the group.
Toxic,
you
yeah.
know?
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you'll know.
I don't
it's
think
also not like, you know, Amanda's not inviting just me over to her house for a movie night, you know?
Yeah.
Because like we're close, but we are close.
Yeah.
Because we
Yeah.
all hang out together.
Mhm.
You know, it's just
to summarize it, we got really lucky. Let your people be your people. The people that want to show up will show up. Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
answer.
me and Fia never had lunch together.
yeah, obviously.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like,
100%.
but like you are my closest friend.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you are my closest
Definitely.
friend. But
Definitely.
yeah.
You haven't had lunch together, but you're just doing a podcast
Yeah,
together.
right? Okay, well, that's all I have, unless you
Okay.
have more. My family's blowing me up. It's 11
Really?
o'clock, and they're like, are you okay? Is
Yeah,
everything
Dennis
good?
said share your location. I said nah.
So,
For real?
Yeah.
okay, so let's wrap this up. Josie, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I'm
on.
really happy we
It was
had
a pleasure.
you got
Thank
us
you. Killed it.
You got
God,
us-
you
I got you.
drained me.
you got us fighting a little bit, raised my voice a
I
little
wish
bit.
it was more fun.
No, dude.
No, it was fun. People
this
like that
is
shit.
fun.
Trust
This is really fun. Don't worry.
me.
Everything
you need
about
those,
it was
You
fun.
need those serious talks. Like,
And
that was
you'll
the
be
point.
back on. We can just play
I
games
can't
next
wait.
time.
Yeah, I would love that.
it
Okay.
was fun.
Thanks for watching. See you
Love you,
guys
Josie.
next
Love
week.
you guys.